Hi, and welcome to Geno'S Picks. I know we're not in the studio again, but we will be next week, and we'll have these four winners to talk about, which is going to be great. And I know 2-2 last week, but we're easing you into the postseason. So let's get right to it. My first pick, the Steelers are giving 3 to the Ravens in Pittsburgh on Saturday. What can you say about these two teams? They always play great games. In fact, of their last 5 games, 4 were decided by 3, and the 5th was decided by 4. Wow. But those are regular season games. And let me tell you, as good as they look in the regular season when they play each other, there's a difference in the postseason. And the Ravens' offense just hasn't sold me yet. And their defense may have lost a step since last year, which makes them only really greatly amazing. Am I right? But the Steelers, on the other hand, just know how to play in the postseason. Tomlin's great. They're well rested. And let me tell you something. Polamalu's back, and that's going to make a huge difference. In fact, let's face it. The Steelers are like a set of nipples. Am I right? The colder it gets, the more they stand out. And when it gets really cold, they really look sharp. People in this game, take the Steelers and lay the 3. My next pick, the Green Bay Packers are getting 2.5 from the Falcons in Atlanta. This is where Captain Coin Toss, as I like to call myself, pans out. Half the time I'm right, so play off the times I'm wrong and nail it the second time around. Example, said the Chiefs 2 weeks ago when they were playing the Raiders needed to win that game to prove that A, they were either good enough to beat a team, or B, they were trying to and they just weren't that good. Well, I was wrong with the cover and they lost. But the following week, last week, we knew they weren't that good. It was option B, and they got killed by the Ravens, which we were all on. Well, the last time the Packers played the Falcons in Atlanta, I said either the Packers would win or they'd lose by 3. Guess what? They lost by 3. Guess what? They win this time. Because, not just stat-wise, but they're a different team. They have the 3 big things you need, and we saw it emerge last week. One, for when it comes to setting up the pass, they have Jonathan Starks. Great running back. Just emerged out of nowhere. Obviously, when it comes to stretching the field, they have Aaron Rodgers. The guy's a beast. And most importantly, in third down situations and goal line situations, when you need to push people around, they have just what you need. A big, strong coon. Am I right? What? I meant number 30. Coon for the Packers. He's a white guy. You people are racist. Daddy doesn't monkey around with the N-word. Hey, take the pack and the 2.5. My next pick. Oh, the Seattle Seahawks are getting 10 against the Bears in Chicago. Another double-digit line for Seattle facing a team that doesn't blow anybody out. You want to know the 2 teams the Bears have beaten by 10 or more this year? One, the Panthers, right. So you want to know the NFL team they beat? The Vikings, when Spud Webb was filling in for dead Tavares and concussed Brett Favre. Look, the Bears have gotten a lot of breaks all year, and that can't keep up because here's one more number to think about. 0. The number of times Cutler has played in the postseason. And you want one more number? 3. The number of times a year that Cutler melts down and loses his mind. He hasn't had to do it yet because everything's going well. But having a guy like Cutler at quarterback is the same thing as having a hot chick around all the time. They're both used to everyone kissing their ass when things are going well. That when things go bad and they finally do blow up, well, Cutler and that hot chick are doing the same thing. It's nothing personal, but they're going to screw the person who happens to be closest to him. Bears fans that have cuddled up and gotten all warm and fuzzy with Jay Cutler, you're in for a rude awakening on Sunday morning, people. Take the Seahawks and the 10 points. Which brings me to the last pick of the week, people. Oh, maybe there'll be more stuff said by then. The Jets are getting 8.5 from the Patriots in New England. I've had it with the jaw-jacking, Rex Ryan. You're a pinhead. Did he really say that Tom Brady doesn't play well in the cold weather? The Tuck game, I think that was good when he needed to be. And just this year, I believe they beat the Bears December 12th in a snowstorm 36-7. So that's wrong. And we all know the other glaring statement. Antonio Cromartie called Tom Brady an effing a-hole. Really? Did he say Brady's an effing a-hole? Maybe he thought Brady was one of his 7 kids. Let me see. No. Alonzo, Karras, Majunia, Tyler, London, Leilani. And you ready for this? The youngest one, Jersey. How fitting that you make it easy on yourself and name the kid after the state you play and live in. Well, tell you what, after what you just said, maybe you should name your next kid Doghouse Antonio Cromartie, because that's where you're going to be for pissing off Tom Brady. He's going to be the deciding factor, not Belichick and not Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. He's not going to matter that much. Please. We just said they have Cromartie. The Jets also have Braylon Edwards and Santonio Holmes. With guys like that, the Jets are used to facing law firms. Am I right? People, take the Jets and the 8.5. Those are Geno's picks. I don't have time to get the kitty. Daddy's got to catch a plane.